Oof. All right, hello. My name is Will Gamash, and I play the trombone. Today, I play the euphonium, and we're going to talk a little bit about range and range exercises. So, no matter your ability level, every good brass player should be able to play the full reasonable range of their instrument. So that means consistently working on both your upper range and your lower range. This goes for euphoniumists and trombone players and trumpet players, and it's not a brass instrument, but heck, saxophonists too, everybody. And so the way to do that is to consistently have some regular exercises that you work on. There's a lot of different approaches to this. I'm going to talk about a couple different exercises that I like. There's a shorter version of this where I just go through one really quick that I like to use every day. All the high schoolers and college students and younger students that I work with, we do this exercise all the time. So we're going to start with your upper range. So we're going to assume you're like an intermediate player. So we're going to do the starting on the top of the bass clef, that concert B flat, and we're going to work up to that F above it. So if you're trying to get to that F and you're struggling with it, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to walk up an easy scale. I like to use B flat because it lays really well on the horn, and a lot of people don't really have to think about it when they do it. And you want to go up slowly so that you can consistently have good tone and good air and all that good stuff, support. And then when you get to that highest note that you can comfortably play, you're going to hold it all the way until you run out of air. You're not going to breathe in the middle of it. Once you run out of air, that's it. You're out. You gotta try again. So the goal is to hold that highest note you can comfortably play for a while, for like at least a medium amount of time. So let me demonstrate. You don't want to go all the way till you're really struggling. Just as soon as you're out of air, you're out of air. And then once you can consistently play that note, then you're going to work up to the next note. Once you're out of air, cool, okay. That might take a week or two or longer. Don't give up hope. Just kind of keep hammering at it. Don't go to higher notes until you can consistently play your like goal note, and then you can move higher. You got to be patient with yourself. Okay, so now I can consistently play G. All right, good job. All right, now we're gonna go up to A. Then I'm out of air. Okay, great. Once you're able to do that, then you can go all the way up to B flat. I didn't take too great of a breath on that one. And you can obviously keep going past that, right? C, D, E flat, etc. I didn't feel great about that C, so let's say I spend another week on it, and then I get to go up to D. Oh no, well that wasn't great, so now I get to do it again. So C is probably my goal note right now, because I can hit a D, but it doesn't sound great on this mouthpiece that I'm using. So, yeah, that's good. It's great to show your limits sometimes. So if that's my goal note, then I've got to keep working on that D until I can consistently play it. Moving on. So you also want to get a chance to work on your low range exercises. So you can do the same thing going down the instrument. Obviously, if you don't have like a fourth valve, or if you're a trumpet player and like 1, 2, and 3 is all you got, okay, great, that's fine. But you still want to be able to play with good tone in those low ranges. Even if you're absolutely a bare beginner and we're just working on the first 5 notes, you can go up the horn until you can consistently play, And once you have that F, That's really strong beginning, especially if you're this is your first semester in band. That's a great place to start. You can also work down, right? Obviously, I have a fourth valve, so I want to use that fourth valve, but for demonstration purposes. Now, if you're a more intermediate player and you have maybe a strong high range, but not a great low range, you can work down there too, right? We're just going down that same B flat major scale. You really shouldn't overcomplicate it, so you can think about your airstream. You can think about using enough consistent air. I like to crescendo through my long notes a little bit. I like to crescendo as I go up and as I go down. So we're going to do that same exercise, but going down. Then I have a fourth valve, so I can continue, right? My E flat feels okay, so now I'm going to go down to D. That's only okay. You'll notice I'm using some kind of alternate fingering step with my intonation. I promise I'm not playing a wrong note. Here we go. And that's where it gets a little dicey. Right? Okay, and then since there's a little bit of a break, you can also work on your pedal range in the same way. Although it may be easier to go chromatically there. Yeah, and you want to be able to effectively play the full range of the instrument. It doesn't mean you're going to get to the same high notes and the same low notes every day. The key is consistency, man. You know, you can't just be like, oh, I can't do it today. Oh, I guess I can't do that. Nope. You gotta keep hammering at it. Slow and steady was the race. Yeah, cool. Nice work. I hope those were helpful. I hope you could play along a little bit. And yeah, great. See you next time. Welcome back to school.